The Deepwater Frontier Tech Index, powered by Innovator, and the ETF's ticker is LOUP, invests in frontier tech companies, which we identify as those companies and technologies that will fundamentally change how we live our lives over the next 3 to 5 years. And I wanted to take a minute and talk a little bit about our investment philosophy, also talk about why this is different than some other indexes, and then some specifics about the Deepwater Frontier Tech Index. First, in terms of our investment philosophy, I'm Gene Munster from Deepwater and have been investing in transformative frontier tech for the past 20 years. And as I mentioned earlier, is that we're really looking for technologies that will have a profound impact on humanity. And so at the highest level, we are looking for those big swings. And part of that theme is to identify companies before they become mainstream companies. And said a different way is we want to find the next Magnificent Seven. So the companies that we're investing in tend to be smaller market caps, kind of sub $100 billion market caps, most of them. And in the goal of them becoming much bigger, kind of everyday companies that everyone would know. But from an investment philosophy, that's our goal. Another important piece in terms of how our index compares to other indexes out there is our index is focused on frontier tech, which includes 5 themes to it. So with our index it's up to us to identify the themes and to change the weightings and companies within those themes as we see them progressing, which is different than other indexes and other ETFs, which you have to identify a specific theme and you're kind of locked into that theme for better or for worse. In the case of Deepwater's index, we have the ability to be dynamic and to change, again, those weightings of those themes and even change the themes if we see other opportunities emerge. So it's up to us to keep our eyes on that horizon on our investors' behalf. And so that's at the highest level what's different about what we're doing. But I wanted to talk about some of those specific themes. And of course, you cannot talk about frontier tech without talking about artificial intelligence. In 2018, when we launched the index, that was the first of our 5 foundation themes was AI. And it's been a benefit for us, but we still believe we're early within AI. We think of this as kind of a third of the way through. So while this is a topic that dominates the headlines today, we still consider this to be an emerging theme and would ultimately believe that this theme is going to power a 3 to 5 year bull market. And so we're optimistic that AI has just started. And as we invest in AI, we're looking at not only for hardware companies, but also for companies that apply that to data. And in the future, we're going to be investing in more AI application companies. They haven't seen the acceleration revenue, but eventually we will see that and be adding more of those companies to the index. And so today, AI accounts for about 60% of the 30 investments in the index. The second most popular theme is within fintech. That's about 20% of the companies. And so what we have seen is the power of AI to make financial products better suited to help banks and different lending institutions more effective at assessing risk, which has made these products more widely available. So those 2 themes today account for about 80% of our investments. But we have other themes around electrification and autonomy and robotics and AR and VR that as we see those themes start to progress, we may expand the amount of exposure. One last piece in terms of as we look forward and look into those investments is that when we make these investments, we do them not just for the theme and the opportunity, but we're also sensitive to what the company's valuations are. And so we're very grounded in that the concept that these companies need to have earnings to ultimately return higher, have higher returns. And so that's something that is unique to what we're doing with the Deepwater Index. Overall, about 3/4 of the investments are based in the US, so we do have some international exposure. And again, we want to keep focusing on where the world is going and identifying those companies and themes that will power those returns. So on behalf of Deepwater, I'm Gene. Bye for now.
Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at innovatoretfs.com. Read carefully.